Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm doing a bit of botanical sketching today. I took a book last night and half of it I gessoed some pages on it, and the other half I burned with a soldering iron. So we got some fun pages, kind of like these, with leaves print on and some holes that is burned. I also did the botanical eco dyeing on top of them, so they got some really fun prints. So that was a nice idea that I got. And today I'm just trying out the gesso and see how it works to paint on it. And I'm going to use mostly ink today, and it's golden fluid ink, high flow acrylic. So we'll see how that will turn out. So mostly green, I think, maybe a little bit of brown too. So let's give the leaves some water so we can see if we can get them to take on the ink nicely. Even if I use waterproof pens, micron, they won't stay waterproof when I had gessoed the page, so we will have a bit of blending with black, but that's okay. I like when the sap green gets a bit of darkness in it. So that's okay. So let's see if we can get this to move a bit. And I'm just putting in water first because I like to look at the paint when it moves. I like this kind of little kick it gets from the ink. See, it moves in circles and kind of make its own way to the water. was a forgotten line there. It's a bit different to paint with ink than with watercolor. I think it's actually easier. Don't need to work so much. Can just put in the color and paints itself when you put on water like this. And it gets this natural feeling of color. Now this is a thin paper, so it doesn't work the same way as on watercolor paper. Moving it a little bit by just tilting the paper. Putting in a little bit more dark color on the edges and the stem. Blending a little bit with a darker tone, using black and the sap green. Then I'm going to be a bit wild and crazy, and I'm going to splatter some water on top of this so that the color can move wherever it wants and give it some more loose feeling. So we're going to leave this to dry now, and then we can go in and see if we want to do some more lines or maybe some darker pieces on it. So back in a minute. This was a one I did yesterday with the same technique, ink and this micron pens. And here you can see I have used the pen to get the feeling of the moving leaves back. Gives it a bit more life when you can kind of see where the leaves going and how they are bent, instead of just doing leaves one way. You can kind of give them some life of their own and make sure that you can see that they are kind of moving a bit. I'm not really good at this, so I need to practice this so much. So let's do the same on this. I think it's quite dry now. So let's go back to this one that are bent kind of like this and goes so we can see the back of it. It kind of bends here, so this is the front of it and this is the back. So when you look at it like this, you just see. And by giving it a little bit of lines going up like this, you can really give the feeling that it's rounded. The same with this one that has, you can see the back of the leaf down here, and then it bends up like that, and you see the front of the leaves coming back up. So by just giving it a few lines like this, it gets the feeling that it's bent up like that. Same on this one. You can see just part of the leaf, and it kind of bends up. And by doing a few lines, you can make your brain think the rest, even if you don't see. And this one you see it from the side, and then you see a little bit of the other side under it. And to paint the leaves like this makes it so much more realistic, or kind of get this nice movement in the leaves. Even if I don't do them realistic and really like they look, you still get this feeling that they somehow moves. I like that. So I think I want some color swatches on this. So let's do the small ones. Just a couple of different colors. And this one can get a couple of big ones. I will probably use these in my journals as decoration on the pages, so then it's fun to do that little extra thing. Some text and some color swatches can do so much on these pieces. And one with a little more brownish tone. Even a bit greenish. I have some green on the stem here. I have just kind of used almost green here, so I'm going with the green and then one with a little bit more black in it. This is just for fun, so you don't need to have the perfect color that you have used. In this case, it's just for fun. And I will probably do some scribbling on these when they are dry. I like to kind of write on the stem, kind of something like this. It makes it's so fun. I like that, so that's a bit fun to do. And then you can of course stamp on them or add some embroidery or something like that, so you get them a little bit more personalized. And then you can make pockets from them in the journal. Maybe put some other paper on the back or some textile, some laces. Let them have some curtains with the lace. Another thing I often do is that I use my eco-dyed papers, and some of them turn kind of yellowish like this, and then I like to use my watercolors and tone them down. And by using blue, I get them kind of more greenish. And I like blue more than I like yellow, so that's okay for me. Then I just do like this. This paper has no gesso, but it has been wet as it's eco-dyed, so you have a few moments to move around the color even if it's ink. But you can go for watercolor too if you would like to prefer to take it easy and not do it so fast. So that's a nice way to take back the color a little bit. I know myself I wouldn't use them if they were too yellowish. And I have done the same with textile. Even if I put some color in the dye bath, I put textile and paper in. They sometimes have really strong yellow tones. So if you have eco-dyed paper that you feel that you don't want to use because they have the wrong color, so then you can do like this. I will show you the textile I have painted on. So it looks like this. This was really strong yellow like this. So I got back in and put in some bluish tones and some brown, and I really think that it got a nice tone. I love turquoise, so now I'm still can use it with that strong yellow. I'm pretty sure I would never even look at it. So this is so much fun to be able to use them, even if it turned. Always give a few of them yellowish tones when it's not too hot. So the ones that are high up in my bath often turn more yellow than green. So okay guys, that was all for today. Go and get some botanicals and make some beautiful paintings that you can frame or make maybe birthday cards from, or use them in some books. Beautiful also as a bookmark. You can do them, kind of cut them out and put them in some other kind of flowers and add something extra on them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon again. Bye bye from Sweden.